What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're talking more about this insane situation surrounding the Vanderbilt Commodores football program and how identity politics has absolutely ruined everything in just a short amount of time. And as I've said many times, whenever you bring social justice nonsense into any equation, it's going to ruin everything. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, just like any disease. If you have a weak infrastructure, it can overrun something immediately. If you have a strong infrastructure, it will take time, but it will slowly creep through every aspect of it. Vanderbilt has a very weak infrastructure. So the introduction of identity politics and social justice pandering, it took no time at all for that to overrun the entire program. And here we are now with a canceled football game. All types of reports all over the place, but I'm going to show you how I came to the conclusion I came to, because there are reports out there to support everything that I am saying. So first off, let's go over to Outkick the coverage. This was a few days ago. All right, so this was just a few days ago. This is on December 2nd. Confirmed. Vandy players opting out of Georgia game chatter is real. The school is also trying to bring back its 2019 kicker from med school. So they actually went out of their way to try and pull their 2019 kicker out of med school. That's how far they were reaching to try and clean up this disaster. This is crazy. So here again, 2 days ago on Outkick, Vandy players considering opting out of final game at Georgia. Over the last few days, message boards across the SEC has been littered with rumblings of Vanderbilt players opting out of the season finale at Georgia. But it was typical message board material without concrete evidence of a player revolt. Player revolt. That's what it's being described as, player revolt. This is the same team that allowed fill-in kicker Sarah Fuller to give a halftime speech to her teammates as they were being blown out by Missouri. Now we have concrete evidence that there's been some sort of revolt going on. Key word there, revolt going on inside the Commodore program after all. According to Tennessean reporter Adam Sparks, Sparks was able to get Vandy interim head coach Todd Fitch to go on record saying that he had talked to a couple of guys about opting out. Sparks now wonders if Vandy will even have 53 scholarship players making the trip to Athens. Fitch, who has been put in a horrible position by the school's athletic department, says he'll have a roster update later in the week. That sounds like an interim coach doesn't know how many guys will actually get on the plane to go get stomped by the dogs. That is a terrible situation. Now, again, now we have concrete evidence that there's been some sort of revolt going on, okay? This was 2 days ago, and now today, Vandy cancels game due to not having enough players available. It's been confirmed. 2 days ago, reports of a player revolt, and now today, Vandy has officially canceled the Georgia game due to not having enough players. This is on USA Today, and it says Vanderbilt had at least 10 players opt out before this week. 10 players opted out. People are done with this sideshow. This is embarrassing, and people are tired of being part of this. That is what is going on right now. Now, the media is going to tell you different things. The media is trying to spin it into this COVID concerns, like everything's a COVID concern. Of course they are. But ultimately, when you are a football player and you have worked your entire life to get to this point, and yes, you can make jokes that Vanderbilt's not a great program, and they're not, but that is still playing football at a very high level in college football. And when you have earned that right due to hard work, and then you find yourself in a situation where you're already on an 0-8 team that's not very good, okay? You're already getting blown out. And then at halftime, this woman who's never played a down of football on the team gets to have a halftime speech where she chews out the team. She steps on the field in the second half. She makes a terrible kick. It gets celebrated by the media, and she's treated like the second coming of the next all-time great college football player. She wins awards. She has articles written about her saying she knows more about football than the head coach. And even if you don't like the head coach, even if you think he sucks, which he did, he still took a team to 2 bowl games. But we're having articles from Deadline saying she knows more about winning than the coach. This is a circus. Then you continue to go and get blown out 41-0. The entire media narrative surrounding this situation is all about how Sarah Fuller gave an impassioned halftime speech, and in the words of Deadline's article, she was expecting greatness from her team, and that's why she gave the speech. Then the coach gets fired. Then you have even more awards thrown at her, even more ridiculous media narratives. Then you have reports that there could be a player revolt. Then you have those reports confirmed that there are players that are wanting to opt out and not play in the Georgia game. When you look at all of these pieces, and then we finally get to the point where the game gets canceled due to not having enough players to suit up, there's only one conclusion to come to. People are not wanting to be part of this circus, and I believe that's exactly what has happened here. What a disaster, what a joke, but again, if you have a strong infrastructure and you introduce identity politics, it will take time. It will take time for that disease to start seeping through all of the moving parts of that strong infrastructure. But when you don't have a strong infrastructure, like a Vanderbilt, this is what happens when you introduce this nonsense. It has overrun this entire program in no time at all because there is no infrastructure here. And this is a joke. This is a joke. Now, reportedly, we're going to have this game rescheduled. I don't know if that gives them time to find more people that they can fill out their roster or whatever, but this is a disaster for Vanderbilt, a disaster for college football. But unfortunately, this is where we're heading with all of the social justice nonsense. It's affecting every aspect of the entertainment world and in the world in general. And I don't know when it's going to stop, but Vanderbilt is paying a steep price for all of this. Now, Vanderbilt would still be a bad team. They would still have a lot of problems, and we would still not really have a lot of positive things to say about Vanderbilt if they did not have this situation with Sarah Fuller. And to be fair, like, I don't really know anything about her. I think she's probably a decent person. She's said some stupid things after this, but that's fine. We all say stupid shit. I say stupid shit all the time. But I'm sure she's a decent person. I don't think she's a bad person. This is all about the media and how the media has built a circus out of this because of their obsession with race and gender. That's really what this comes down to. She's unfortunately the person caught in the middle because the media has decided to prop her up as the greatest thing that's ever lived in the history of college football, and we're only a few steps away from her winning the Heisman Trophy at the rate we're going. I'm sure she'll be the first overall pick. She'll have all of these endorsement deals. She'll be compared to Patrick Mahomes. It's crazy, but that's where we are. Anyway, if there's more details, we will cover it here on the channel. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.